You can white-knuckle your way through the holidays, you can delete your dealer's number, and even pass a drug screen or two, but then life throws a curveball. Maybe it's a toxic relationship or a shady business deal, or maybe just a moment of pure ego. And then suddenly, you're one bad decision away from the blue lights in your rearview mirror. If you're navigating recovery, you know that getting sober is only the first battle. Living sober, though, that's a high-stakes arena where common sense isn't always common. That's why for the month of December, we're doing a series called A Proverb a Day Keeps the Police Away. We are hitting 31 chapters in 31 days and grabbing the raw, unfiltered street smarts that we need to survive. Today is day 1, so we are reading out of the Message version because it reads like people actually talk. Here's how Solomon kicks it off. These are the wise sayings of Solomon, David's son, Israel's king, written down so that we'll know how to live well and right, to understand what life means and where it's going. This is a manual for living, for learning what's right and just and fair, to teach the inexperienced the ropes and to give our young people a grasp on reality. There's something here also for seasoned men and women, still a thing or two for the experienced to learn. Fresh wisdom to probe and penetrate the rhymes and reasons of wise men and women. Start with God. The first step in learning is bowing down to God. Only fools thumb their noses at such wisdom and learning. Did you catch that last part? Only fools thumb their noses at wisdom. I know in my active addiction, I was the king of thumbing my nose at advice. I thought I was the general manager of the universe. I thought I had it all figured out right up until the handcuffs went on. This chapter tells us that the foundation of recovery and staying out of trouble is humility. It's admitting, I don't know everything. If you walk into a room thinking that you're the smartest person there, you can't learn anything. You can't fill a cup that is already full of itself. All right, so let's jump back in here at verse 8. Here Solomon warns us about the biggest threat to our freedom. Listen to this. Pay close attention, friend, to what your father tells you. Never forget what you learned at your mother's knee. Wear their counsel like a winning crown, like rings on your fingers. Dear friend, if bad companions tempt you, don't go along with them. If they say, let's go out and raise some hell, let's beat up some old man and mug some old woman, let's pick them clean and get them ready for their funerals, we'll load up on top quality loot and we'll haul it home by the truckload, join us for the time of your life. With us it's share and share alike. Oh friend, don't give them a second look. Don't listen to them for a minute. They're racing to a very bad end. They're hurrying to ruin everything that they lay hands on. Nobody robs a bank with everyone watching, yet that's what these people are doing. They're doing themselves in. When you grab all you can get, that's what happens. The more you get, the less you are. We actually have a phrase for this in the recovery community. It's people, places, and things. We often think peer pressure ends in high school. It doesn't. Newsflash. It just gets more expensive and more dangerous. So if you're hanging around people who are raising hell, you're gonna get burned. This isn't about judging them. It's about protecting your peace. If your circle is clapping for your bad decisions, you don't have a circle. You have a cage. Chapter 1 is telling you to check your contact list, and if they deal in chaos, delete the number. All right, let's jump back in here. Here the chapter ends with a scene that might feel familiar to some of us. Wisdom isn't hiding, she's screaming. Lady Wisdom goes out in the street and shouts. At the town center, she makes her speech. In the middle of the traffic, she takes her stand. At the busiest corner, she calls out, Simpletons, how long will you wallow in ignorance? Cynics, how long will you feed your cynicism? Idiots, how long will you refuse to learn? About face, I can revise your life. Look, I'm ready to pour out my spirit on you. I'm ready to tell you all I know. As it is, I've called, but you've turned a deaf ear. I've reached out to you, but you've ignored me. Since you laugh at my counsel and make a joke of my advice, how can I take you seriously? I'll turn the tables and joke about your troubles. What if the roof falls in and your whole life goes to pieces? What if catastrophe strikes and there's nothing to show for your life but rubble and ashes? You'll need me then. You'll call for me, but don't expect an answer. No matter how hard you look, you won't find me, because you hated knowledge and had nothing to do with the fear of God, because you wouldn't take my advice and brushed aside all my offers to train you. Well, you've made your bed, now lie in it. You wanted your own way, now how do you like it? Don't you see what happens, you simpletons, you idiots? Carelessness kills. Complacency is murder. First, pay attention to me and then relax. Now you can take it easy. You're in good hands. Oh, we love to say, I didn't see the signs, or it happened so fast. But Proverbs says wisdom is literally screaming in the streets. That gut check that you ignored? That red flag that you decided to paint white? That anxiety that you felt before you walked into that bar or that bad relationship, that was wisdom shouting at you. The promise here, though, is beautiful. The one who listens lives a secure life. No fear of harm. And that's the goal. That's the whole keep the police away part of this whole series. So how do we apply Chapter 1 to our recovery today? Here are your 3 takeaways. Number 1, check your ego. Be teachable. You don't know everything, and that's okay today. Number 2, audit your circle. If they tempt you to raise hell, they're not really your friends. And number 3, listen to the yelling. When your gut screams no, don't debate it, respect it. I'll see you tomorrow for Chapter 2. We're going to be talking all about how to find hidden treasure. So if this has helped you, can you do me a favor? Hit the subscribe button and share this with someone who may need a little street smart wisdom today. And remember, recovery is real, God is good, and sobriety is not boring. We'll see you tomorrow, friends.